Hey, what are you guys? So I'm coming at you with another video in my COVID Chronicles series, the final one, week 16, final COVID countdown. Let's get into it, yeah! But of course, if you're new to my channel, what up? My name is Mitch. Hey Mitch, Mitch, all the Mitches, and pretty much I like talking about what I talk about. So, pop culture, reviews, current events within the scope of entertainment, culture, and purpose. So pretty much I like talking about what I talk about. So, TV movie reviews, got those. Social political commentary, got those too. So be sure to check out those videos as you are finishing this video. I am pro at this! Alright, so of course in my COVID Chronicles series, and this as I'm going to label as my final one, of course COVID is not gone, but as far as when this Chronicles going, I'm going to close it down because already I said in one of my videos I was going to close this series down when I'm able to go to church. And so now that I'm actually going to be able to go to church, sure, churches are like at 50%, but they're asking for volunteers to help sanitize and all that stuff. So as an incentive for doing that and helping out with the church, you get to participate in mass and be part of the church. And well, you're obviously with the church, but I mean you get to be part of the liturgy, not liturgy, you know what I'm trying to say. You get to, by helping out with like checking people's temperatures and ushering, you get to be part of the worship, you know? So that's cool, okay? Of course, going into the other parts of Vegas, restaurants are easing up again. Casinos, like I said from the previous videos, they are easing up too. Obviously, we're still in phases and we're still doing precautions. As far as COVID cases, I'll try to post a link of something. There are cases, but it's not to the hype as it once was, and so people are going out, but the businesses, and of course there's always the hypocrisy that, you know, you have people who are protesting for good and the bad reasons of it. Like the good reasons cool, but like the people who are taking advantage of it, that's not cool, right? And so they're not social distancing, but yet they don't want other people to do it, like again with the churches and all that stuff. So there's a hypocrisy, and I'm not going to go into that. You can figure out what my politics on that is, but obviously, yeah, let's keep in mind safety. But you know, they're using this as a political tool. If anything, right? Okay, so for this video, for this final COVID countdown video, I think I want to go into all the way to the beginning, as far as what I been talking about, and then going into, you know, how has my thoughts changed and everything from that, you know, up until this on week 16. Obviously, in this COVID Chronicles series, if you watch it from the beginning, I started at week 5. I used March 1st as week 1. Again, I just summed it up at week 5, you know, and go from there. So this is really kind of cool. I actually did a video each week since week 5 up until now. So that was really cool, and that, yeah, I'm glad that I was able to do this and document it. And you know, it was I wouldn't say a good trial on me, but it was a good way to know that I can develop content each week. Like, sure, were some videos maybe less, you know, has less quality per se in like thought processes, probably, sure, whatever, but you know, it was still a good exercise as far as me figuring out, you know what, I can come up with good topics to talk about. Like, again, some people may resonate with other topics more than others, and other topics may be a little bit more influential, I guess, maybe, or a little bit more interesting, maybe, but then again, it was still good content that I was pushing out each week, so yay for me! Also, like, real quick, I'm like talking super fast because I need to do another video, and I also want to go bingo. Oh, yo, speaking of bingo, I won like 1,200 this past weekend, so I'm not gonna tell where it was, but like I won coverall and second coverall. It was dope. Like, obviously I made up for the money that I lost and then gained a little bit like extra, but like I'm like hype right now, so we doing this. Alright, so week 5, I talked about how is your prayer life. Going into this from then to now, again, this was back, I don't know, this was probably by March or something, and so prayer life, you know, I had the biggest change, I guess, in this whole COVID season was COVID Chronicle season, I guess, was that I was doing church worship through live stream, you know, and that's kind of cool. I got to participate and see my sister's parish, and I got to do a lot of it through her. I also got to see other parishes and do their live streams, but that was really cool. I also participated in some private masses that was, you know, closed off, and then obviously invitation only, whether it's like in the backyard or in a church setting. And so like that was cool too. And it just, for me, prayer life was honed in. Like, you needed to, like, as someone who's very religious, you need to hunger Jesus, you know, you need to hunger for the Holy Spirit, you know, and then you needed to cater to that craft. I guess that worship and veneration to yourself, you know. There's people who may have not used this time to be lazy and everything. I used it as an opportunity to be better in Christian prayer life, right? And so yeah, I think that was really cool. Going back into church, obviously that's great, and then just knowing that you get to be with Jesus more, and so like that was really awesome. So I'm kind of thankful of this whole situation, because like I said, like I needed to be more invested, and it wasn't like a cultural thing. Going to church wasn't a cultural thing. It was something that was not only ingrained in me, but something that I actively sought. So that was really cool. So week 6 is what is your hustle? Obviously talking about YouTube, focusing on this, and I did very well. And you know, I pushed out a lot of videos. One of the biggest suggestions or critique that I got was like, I was very inconsistent on what days I was posting. Normally right now I was trying to do videos on a Monday and a Wednesday. I was trying to do a habit of things. That's something I still need to work out. Now that I'm working again, that'll probably prove difficult. I'll probably end up doing videos and editing on the weekends, so I'll probably end up posting on Mondays. But of course, going back to the question, my hustle was my YouTube, and that was really cool just to get in the motion of it and really focus on this channel. And I do very well, actually. Like, obviously not as like other people have done extremely well, right? But me being consistent and pushing out and grinding and hustling my videos was still beneficial, and I got to go to partially my goal, which was my goal was to hit 250 by June. I hit 200. While I didn't hit my actual goal, hitting 200 was still good in subscribers. So yeah, week 7 was what are you watching in regards to like YouTube or Netflix and all this stuff. And I did end up watching a lot of stuff. I got to caught up with a lot of things. There are still a lot of things that I haven't watched, Titans and Westworld, but I end up watching a lot of other movies that I didn't think about watching. One of the movies that I actually thought was really good was Sonic the Hedgehog. Obviously I heard people said about it, you know, and it was good. It was very thoroughly entertaining, you know, and it didn't take away that it was kind of like almost like a, I wouldn't say comic book movie. Obviously it's a video game, but you believe that world, like, okay, like I can go with this, like. And Sonic was pretty much kind of like a different version of a Deadpool, like almost talking to the camera type thing. And so it was cool. And then one of the recent ones that I watched, because I'm in this like dystopian watching movies type, dystopian novel movie themes. One of the ones I watched up and picked up was Fahrenheit 451, which is obviously after the book, and it's a modern day version with Michael B. Jordan. So that was cool. It was interesting. There was like leaps in logic. I should do a video about this, and I probably will. But you have to kind of like leaps in logic with it. But I like how they use social media as a tool to the government to, like, if you are canceled, whatever, cancel culture, then they will like put all of this propaganda against you, and they had complete control. So people just turned on you like automatically, just because they're so ingrained in social media. If they see something that says negatively about you, they automatically believe it. And so like that's kind of like crazy. Like I like how they introduced that, because obviously that wasn't in the book, but like that was a good introduction how to play that in modern day. So week 8 was COVID cash, so that's when we got our stimulus check. Again, not everyone got it, but I got it, and I talked about it with my friend Jen. So that was a cool one. That was a fun one, just because we got to collaborate and obviously do other videos on our channel. So week 9 is to open or not open with Las Vegas, with the mayor doing her little spiel and then talking with Anderson Cooper, and made a big fuss. And look, we're partially open, so like it's cool. Like, again, we have to take precautions. I know some cases are going up, but we need to get back to work, and I believe that then, and I believe it now, and I'm glad we're getting in the motion of things. So yeah, week 10 is what is your favorite mask, and this one was a more fun one, just for me, just to talk about like anime and TV and all that stuff. So that, if anything, this is one of my weaker ones, but the concept was cool, like, to talk about. But obviously it was just one of those things where, like, what are we talking about this week? Week 11, how have you changed in this COVID season? And so again, that's a pretty cool one. Also, I wouldn't say the lower end of my content, but that's still cool. Like, obviously a lot of people have changed, and then for like myself, I haven't, like, really in this whole COVID Chronicles season. Like, I kind of kept normal. Like, it's just I just needed to adapt to my world. Like, things are open, the hours are different and all that stuff. And so, like, I was pretty much the same. So yeah. Week 12, creating your alter egos. Also a fun one I got to do with my friend Jen. And so that was cool, just to talk about, like, just a fun topic of, like, our fandoms and, like, who we want to be, especially going back to what I said in the previous video, talking about how have we changed. So if we were to change in a different way, how would we create our alter ego? So again, that was just a fun topic to talk about. So yeah. Week 13, COVID Chronicles. This is actually one of my more popular videos as far as the COVID Chronicle series go, just because, I guess, I don't know, people wanted to, like, maybe it's a thumbnail, maybe because people were interested in what my backstory was, or just it was a cool idea, like, about dancing through life, you know. And so yeah, and then I guess also maybe because, you know, it has a bigger, larger audience as far as the dance community, so people picked up on this video a lot more than the other videos. So yeah, that was a cool video just to hang out. And if, like, you could see how my struggle with the videos are, and that was one of the videos, which is weird, like, that was like a spear of the moment type of thing, you know, and it was doing one of my better videos. So like it said, like, you can come up with, like, oh, I'm gonna talk about this is gonna be good, and it has 0 viewership, and then you can also do a video like, I feel like video, I think this is kind of cool, I'll just make something up, and then it does one of your better videos. So, like, it's just really crazy as far as when it comes to this YouTube game. Like, you can spend so much time on a video and think it's going to be great, and then it doesn't work, and then you can come up with just a good topic, right? But it resonates with a lot more people, so it's going to generate views, and you didn't even think about it, you know, it just happened. So yeah. Week 14, is COVID still a thing? Obviously, harking back into what I'm talking about in this video type of thing too. Like, hey, like, now that we're open, like, and everything, like, is it still a thing? And so yes and no, per se, just because, like how I said in the like early in this video, it's more a political thing as far as how it's being used and all this stuff. Like, again, I'm not like I'm not a conspiracy guy saying COVID is fake news, but, like, it's definitely real, but it's just being propagated in a political manner that, you know, it's just being used, like, as a political tool. So yeah. Again, week 15 is talking about, are you open and all this stuff. Again, another one of the videos that did well because people are talking about this, you know, when things are opening and now. And so again, a lot of people have watched that video per se, just because it kind of was like, hey, what are things open and all this stuff. And so yeah, so again, this whole going back to this video countdown. So yeah, so totally, like, I'm all over the place with this video. So, but I mean, it's cool. Like, this whole series was cool, and I'm glad I got to do it, and like I said, got to develop content through each and every week. And yeah, I mean, if I do a video, it might be a spear of the moment, just like, hey, this is what's going on. I might do another vlog about, like, what's going on in Vegas and all this stuff. But as far as doing it totally weekly and doing this Chronicle season, I won't, and all that stuff. But, like, definitely was a great way to document it. And luckily, thank God, God willing, like, obviously there's a lot of still problems going on. There might be aliens next month. But we survived for the larger portion of it, and then obviously there's civil unrest that's going on, and that's a different issue. But we can take down our COVID season decorations because it's riot season. But yeah, I mean, it's totally cool. And any other last takeaways? Let's see. No, I mean, if anything, just stay healthy. Like, we shouldn't use this, like, COVID Chronicle era type thing to have good hygiene and wash your hands. I think we should keep that. Hopefully we're like, I'm sure we'll ease up into like hugging and everything. When someone hugs, like I'm still in the moment when someone hugs me or I see someone hugs, I'm like, oh shit, they got the virus. Like, but I mean, obviously that's gonna ease up, but for the most part, I think things are getting back to normal, and I just hope that we don't forget this per se, like not just like in a health perspective, but just like what we had to do, you know, like you got like the government has 3 months on lockdown, 2, 3, like that's how, like me and my coworker were talking about this as if it was a social experiment as far as how much can the government like control you, you know? And we said, you know what, you got 2 months, 3 months, and we're done. Like we can follow lockdown, but 3 months we it. And then obviously the 3rd month has a power keg. Like if something triggers everyone, we out in the streets. So like it's a good notice, and so something that we can always go back on. 2020 was a crazy year. So looking in this video, like yeah, totally. Wrapping up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this COVID Chronicles season, and obviously watch out for my other videos. But again, as far as this series goes, this was very cool, and I'm glad to have done it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Also, please hit that like button because it is totally helping out my channel. I'm still making my way to my goal of 300, so please help me out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and you can follow me at my Instagram at HeyMitch. You can follow my joint Instagram at It's Mandatory Fun, where I do other videos with my friend Jen. And until then, see you in the next video. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you.